Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Tea with MT. This is Excel Joab. You know, I'm here out with my guys. I've got with me the Terms and Conditions podcast crew. This is a crossover episode.
And that's some
You better recognize. Amazing ladies in the studio. And I have my OG, my friend with me. What's your name? Talk to the people.
Hi, my name is Melody, and I'm on the crossover with Malobi and Tomisin. This is actually so awkward. We'll say, hi guys. Hi guys. Trying to sound like Malobi. But
You're on a different turf now.
it's fine. It's
Very
fine.
calm,
So
yeah.
calm. Like,
how we speak
wow.
here. Anyway, hey guys, you're welcome back. It's the Tea with MT. I've missed you. I hope you guys have missed us. Tomisin, what's up?
I have definitely missed this mic. Like, I've just missed sitting here
Like, you
and
wanna
yanning
grab
with
it?
guys. Yes,
Yeah.
I want to grab it. I want to touch it. I want to feel that shit.
Can we?
You know, it just feels so good.
Actually, you can grab your mic too. It's yours.
I'm
it's literally in front
good.
of
I'm
you.
good. I get it though. Y'all niggas are single, so the mic, every mic is a mic to you.
I don't
and
like the
stuff
way Excel has been dragging us for being single since he came
Also,
here.
you that you're not single, are you holding mic? Are you trying to tell us something?
Why will I be holding a mic?
Why not?
I'm straight now.
You may be
so-
holding your mic. The fact
you
that
can't hold
your mic.
you're in a relationship doesn't mean all is well. It might not be rosy. You might be helping yourself.
The good thing is,
What that nigga said.
The good thing is, my situation is quite rosy. You know,
Let me scatter it for you
pum
here.
pum fat and things. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't just say pum pum
I
fat.
actually
Yeah.
hate niggas.
I swear.
Oh, what
I
the
swear.
hell is pum pum? I'm sure you watched Top Boy.
I'm a very few. Yeah, sure.
Of course, pum pum
I'm a
fat
very
and
beautiful
things.
woman, you know. So I'm good. It's all good.
okay.
It's all good in the hood. Ain't
It's
nobody,
okay.
ain't nobody shoot up the club.
Is it?
Tomisin say, is it? I like that shade.
Tomisin, this energy you're giving me,
Anyway,
you need to be careful.
let's
Because I'm still a Nigerian man and he could end up with babies for you. So,
Please,
what?
okay. Let me just bring it back home before we veer off track.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
In case you're watching for the first time, the Tea with MT is your favorite girls basically talking shit about everything that you want to know but are too scared to talk about. We are here to overshare, to entertain, and to
Just say
educate.
overshare.
That's what we do. That's what we do. So
Somebody
it's
has
the
to
Tea
do
with
it.
MT, and we're getting started right about now with our
Okay.
aperitif, which is our light starter
Okay.
for the episode. And our light starter today would be, we're talking about sex. Obviously, it's a Tea with MT. We're talking about sex.
It's
But
adult only.
Yeah. So our aperitif topic for today is much ado about fuck. How to handle
I need to channel
fuck scandals,
My
basically.
inner Cardi B for this oversharing part.
You do that.
Yeah.
Did you just say fuck scandals?
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck
What you do
scandals.
about fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like everything from Tiwa Savage
Oh.
and her,
Oh.
you know, to Oxlade,
Spider-Man.
to Spider-Man, doing the Spider-Man, you know, to even like just as you are actually terrible. And anybody who's watching the video right now is like, oh my fucking days.
Do you know that like bad niggas started doing that thing? Like on their story.
It became a
I
challenge
know,
on
I
TikTok
swear,
that day.
I thought
It became a
that thing-
challenge.
Yeah,
it was
they
not
uploaded
like people that
something.
I
Became a
used to
challenge on
rate
TikTok that
actually
day.
went on their Instagram and they set their camera in their cars. You know yourself.
Did you block
if you
them?
Emphasis on used to rate. Emphasis on
used
that.
to-
used to,
rate.
yeah, just so you know,
Did you
I
block
don't rate
them?
you anymore. Anyway, I know we're still.
Cordial.
You're terrible.
Cordial.
You're terrible.
Anyway, but like I saw this guy here and his friend in the car, like they set the camera and then they got to a particular point and then they licked it. And I'm just like,
Are you like
are you
six?
like 6 years?
Are you
I'm
like
telling
6?
you, like, Baba, grow up.
I'm
please
so
there.
sorry, but I find that entire thing to just be disgusting, and I can
Very
stand
gross.
up from the bed if you try and do that nonsense.
Do
like,
what precisely?
Quit. Yeah. If you
I mean,
dare,
Obviously,
if you dare.
we already said like it's not hygienic, it's not safe, it's not good. You should
You know
just
how I
use
feel about spit anyway.
lube.
It's not a new thing. I'll talk about
Is it
it.
the one in your mouth or just generally?
The one
I
that
mean,
goes places.
The one in your mouth, you can't really do much about
Is
it.
the-
But
The
like
one you
the
receive from another
whole,
person's mouth.
it's still not. There's nothing you can do about it. But like you're not going to like put it in your hand
Phlegm.
and then cup it, like come and serve it to
when
my
you guys
vagina.
Say that, when you guys say that, you guys make it sound like when this person is like touching your vagina, like this is opening your vagina and points.
Bro, niggas fucking do that.
Niggas do that
Like,
though. Like
That-
separate the
but
vagina.
my problem with this is that is phlegm. It's the phlegm that you're bringing
because
out. and you want to-
ideally you don't gather that
you don't
much
gather much
saliva in your
saliva.
mouth.
You are
So
bringing
have
it
to, like,
from inside.
Excel's face.
Excel is so stressed.
You just separate.
Niggas don't brush well and shit.
You just separate and just start pouring it in.
But like the whole point, right, is simply about the fact that, so obviously we're talking about Spider-Man here and how that was released onto the world and everybody is watching and everybody is like, okay, my guy, you do well. You did it. See how he was giving them, even babes were like fucking loving it as well. Like, oh my God, I'm thinking about us now.
No, but like low-key, show of hands, did you not think that some of the content was hot? Honestly speaking.
Hot.
He gave us like...
He put in work.
Yeah, he put in work. It wasn't
put in
bad.
work.
Some of the content,
I wouldn't say it was hot, but I appreciated the work he put in.
I appreciated it until he licked his hand.
They told me
I'm not gonna lie. Like he could, you could tell that he knew. I swear, like you could tell that he knew that Omo had a fuck. He knew that he was doing great.
He was aware.
So but wait, Malobi, I think I need to call you back on that one because sometimes Malobi is like, oh, he knew that he was putting in work. Every man literally thinks they put in work.
No,
Point.
not every man.
Every man.
So no, not every man. I think.
So the fact that somebody's doing show of hand, I'm like, everybody be like, that's why I be like, did you come? Did you come?
No, but it's not every man that does this.
Angle.
It's not every man that does this.
Then you won't think
men
you put in work.
See, men know. Men do a lot of these things for their ego. And even sometimes when they ask those questions,
So are you saying you know when you're not a good fucker?
Yes, men know. Of course now. They know.
How do you know?
How would you not know? You know.
I think that men also...
Especially if you sleep with a lot of women, definitely.
I think another thing is I think that for a lot of men, they mix good fucker and rough fucker. So the fact that you're going ham and like pounding and pounding and pounding, they just say, oh my, I did deliver. You really don't. So like a lot of, so people, what you're saying is correct, to be honest. Some people might think that they're doing, but from what I saw, Oxley did good work.
Maybe he did a call and response thing with the girl now. He did it like,
are you at the concert?
Like, are you feeling this? And she's like,
well, no, if a girl saying she's feeling something don't mean
does
she's
not mean
feeling
she's actually
it.
feeling it. That's
all
big
the things you're saying are
but
not...
Why
Wait,
now me do you make you lie?
but wait, let's bring this back to home ground. Does anybody know actually how those tapes got leaked? Like where did they come from? They came from Snapchat.
From Snap. You know, Snapchat is like the den of iniquity. Everybody posts like...
You know the funny thing is that I heard that everything like sexual and like iniquity and all of that happens on Snapchat, but I've never experienced it. I don't feel like Snapchat is dry.
So the thing, I think you just need to enter into like an inner circle. So I was talking
the dark web of Snapchat.
Dark Snap, okay, is there. It's
I was
alive
talking
and
to
well.
a friend of mine and he was asking me, what's your Snap? And I'm like, he asked me like 3 times. I'm like, why are you asking? So I gave him my Snap and everything. This guy started giving me full porn.
This is why I deleted Snapchat.
His own porn. And I'm like...
Of him doing what?
Of him having sex.
Other women.
Yes.
Other women.
Do you understand? So the thing is, majority of the time in this day and age, people don't necessarily record themselves to keep it. They do it on Snapchat. But the difference is this. So majority of the time, I'm not, and this is not to like drag men, but it's usually men recording it. So if you look at the Ox video, Ox was the one that recorded the video.
Yeah.
Do you get? It was a video. If you look at the Tiwa video, it was the person Tiwa was with that recorded the video and shared it. So it's like a trend now, and it has been a thing. I've been with someone who told me about how he used to have sex with babes and record it and send it to his friends. I think that's foul. Just to put it out there. Like if you're doing it without the person knowing, you're a fucking criminal and you need to be arrested. But like it's like a thing now. Why is that a thing? How did it become?
Wait, so Malobi, so someone like told you that he had sex with girls to send to his friends?
No, like people do that.
People do. It's a
thing.
Yes.
And it's been a thing for years. Like since secondary school, like as far as I can remember.
That was a popular case.
Is it popular?
That was a popular case.
What case is that?
That was a popular case.
I don't remember. Someone's like I in my
head.
Oh
my God, yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's the tea with I had to just slide it in.
So it's supposed to be a popular person.
Yes, now music industry. Yeah. Moving on.
Someone's.
Now I remember.
I'm still lost.
Someone's
former manager.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I remember.
If you don't get, forget.
I mean, the internet culture has enabled more.
Okay, Donley's manager.
Fuck this babe.
Oh wow.
She said Donley's. Yeah, Donley's former manager.
Internet culture has enabled
former manager. Former manager.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. All right. Wow.
So we have a lot of fucked up situations like that where niggas are recording without the babe knowing. So it's two things. One, it's recording without the babe knowing. Then there's also recording with the babe knowing. So even if the babe knows about it, you can't just go about and share it. Can't just go about sharing it like that.
That is ridiculous. Whenever I hear things like this, I'm shocked because I feel like, is this
funny
real?
story, that particular
Why would you send your
situation was
sex
also a
to your
Snapchat
friend?
thing.
So the thing
Yeah,
is exactly.
so
That
Snapchat,
particular
like Malobi
situation was a
said, is the
Snapchat
den
It's
of
the thing,
iniquity.
yeah.
I'm just
And
remembering.
there's a term for it apparently. It's called streaking.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then it's supposed to like help. What does it mean to help you rack up numbers? What does it do for you
Rack
when
up
you
numbers,
have
how?
like,
Please explain.
I don't know, maybe
If
like
you
your
post-
snap count?
If you
It
post,
doesn't really mean much. It's just you get it like I don't know. I haven't used
you
Snapchat
get,
in a long time.
you get
You know,
engagement.
you get
If you post sexual
engagement.
content, you get engagement.
So you
And
post
like,
this sexual
an
content
emoji.
on your Snapchat page, and they give you
Yeah.
an emoji.
No, like people, a lot of people come to your
Yeah.
They'll DM you.
I feel like all of this thing is really heavy on people seeking validation from social media. Because if you go to that extent for retweets and likes or whatever they give you on Snapchat, then you have a mental problem.
But aside from even retweets and like voyeurism is a thing.
Is a thing.
People like
And people like it.
enjoy
I'm not even
other
gonna
people
lie,
watching.
like,
people take,
I
people are
don't,
gratified
I'm not
by it.
averse to watching people for
so long as
if
you do
they're
it with
open
the
to it.
person's opinion,
Yeah,
you cannot
like,
be
yeah,
consent.
the
Yes,
consent.
This is the
consent.
underlying
Exactly.
thing here.
You can't be recording someone and sharing with your friends without the person's consent. Like, and also, how many girls in Nigeria would willingly give you consent to do that? Because we live in
A lot.
Nigeria.
A lot though.
Really?
Yes.
To share with your
You're
friends.
really not on Snapchat.
Yeah, really not
So
online.
Because
I'm not. Yeah, and like
it be things.
I think that
I
we need
deleted
to even.
Snapchat from my
Yeah,
phone
so we need to
when I entered the
accept the fact
relationship.
that we do tea with empty. So we've
I
accepted
don't
that
want to
like
be
there are bare
seen.
freaks out there. For a lot of people, they have like
Wow.
communities where they share their sexual content.
yeah.
A lot of people don't mind people watching
Yeah.
them. Like it's like, oh, if I know that I'm great in
Yeah,
bed, I
sex
might
parties
want
in
people
Lagos
to
every
watch
other
it.
day.
Yeah. So like you can't. Yeah.
This is the first time
how
I'm
do you
hearing this.
then, as somebody who has had your content shared online without
Without your consent.
Yeah.
then deal with that situation?
That's it.
Because it's either you take it on your chest and say, you know what, I mean, Oxlade went quiet for a little bit and then dropped music and then started announcing all the bad things he was doing with his life. Tiwa,
But she moved on from it.
she moved on, right?
I
but
feel
she
like
did.
it was a lot
Tiwa's
more
case
dramatic than it
was
needed to
very
be.
dramatic.
It was
And
dramatic.
yeah, it's just
It was
there's a lot of
unnecessary.
imbalance in
So
the
there was
entire
first
thing.
there was the rumor about the sex tape. Before we even saw the tape, there was the rumor.
Now you're
Then there was a
about
fake
it.
sex tape. Like it wasn't Tiwa in that one that went around. Then Gislova was posting the Tiwa's sex. Tiwa now was at
On
the
stage,
show,
and she was like,
"Your
"You
niggas
know,
will
go see the
never this
video."
thing."
I was like,
And Gislova was like, "Hold my tea."
Hold my tea. You gonna sip that?
And the video came out and was like,
crazy.
Yeah.
but I like what Tiwa did next. Like her next post, she was like, charge it to the game.
And never speak on
And
it
never
again.
speak on it again.
But that's how to go
Oh.
about it. You can't be holding press conference and be explaining now. Like, what do you want to do about it?
I honestly feel like in cases like that, I would personally go into like Beyonce mode. It never happened. I won't speak on it. I won't address it. I won't. It's
Zero, like zip.
But then
I won't even address
How do you?
it.
Okay, so my biggest issue with this entire, well, not my biggest issue, my biggest like concern with the entire topic is that as women, we have. You can't tell me on this table right that you've never taken like a video of yourself or a nude or whatever and sent to some nigga. Right?
Yeah.
You can't say you haven't. And a lot of women have. And now we're approaching the age where we're getting into our professional working lives and
Yeah.
stuff. How do we, as a generation of young women who do this pretty regularly,
Yeah.
how do we then deal with, okay, I'm about to be 30 plus, I'm now a music exec somewhere, and that, and then someone wants to come and say they're dropping my nudes on the timeline, where a lot of us are in that same boat.
Yeah.
How do I deal with that?
It's I'm not a woman, but let me just say.
I mean, obviously men as well, because like dick pics do be
See,
Sad
let me
too.
see. When these receipts drop from men, I promise you, these niggas don't even care.
They don't care.
because he ups their
Shout out to
their
Harry Song.
whatever.
Did you see what happened with Harry Song?
Where
like,
Harry Song
a
said
month
some
a-
girl
a
was
month
trying
ago?
to- yeah,
So
he
he
said
did,
it.
it's like he had a
Yes.
sex tape or something, and the
And
girl
he
has been
mentioned
blackmailing
it.
And he's like,
He now
whoa.
posted the story. He now wrote on the story. Look, oh, in case you not see anything.
Anything
No,
you
but
understand?
here's the thing. I
Like,
put it to
abeg.
you that if a babe did
Fosia
that,
did
she
now.
won't receive the same support.
Yeah, true.
So that's
See,
why.
Yeah. So one guy had a nudes and was.
Yeah, so she
Yes,
posted
then
it.
she posted it.
She
She
now
But
posted
posted
it.
a
Sia
nude.
is
She
a
posted it.
Caucasian woman.
One.
One.
Like, do you think that if Tiwa came out, like Tiwa literally did the same thing? she came or she went on a radio show and she said, "Oh,
Try
like
to
someone
handle it,
had."
like,
She
be on
tried
top
to
of
get in front
it,
of
be on top
but
of
the
it.
backlash was still intense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Compared to an Oxide who did fucking nothing.
Thank you. So when we're making this comparison, let's look at the different dynamics. Like Tomisin was asking you now, because Tomisin said, "Oh, how the women who are music executives, your 30s and all of that, handle that kind of backlash." Then you went and you were like, "Oh, you wanted to speak on it," and she's like, "Oh, as a man, so it's not the same reality."
It's not the same reality,
It's
but
not,
but the
because
fact
these
is,
men, when these things happen for them, they're applauded for it.
And as women, you're
If you
already
do it right,
expected
though.
to be
If
sort
you-
of like chaste and nice and clean.
but
and I don't
still
do
want,
that.
I still want to hear it from
Purity
a
culture
perspective
of
of
a
a
man.
man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to. Like,
So, to be honest, right, if it happens, right, there's almost, you just have to take it to your chin. Like, the situation is
are you
fucked
saying
up.
this for a woman?
No,
like,
for himself or as a man,
or
as a man.
for
No,
As
I'm
a
even
guy.
saying that for women, like, the reality of the situation is there'll be backlash.
Definitely.
Society is fucked up. We know what will come.
Black woman
There was,
again.
this conversation reminded me of a time in Hollywood where there was something called defappening. So a hacker guy hacked into the iClouds of a lot of actresses.
Oh, same.
Released their
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
I remember
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, that's
Released it. Even I think he created a mini website and whatnot. The FBI investigated. I don't even know how that case ended. The FBI was trying to find the guy, but it's like it was a really top hacker, so they couldn't find him or whatnot. But those remember, like, everybody para, but they moved on.
Yeah.
with their
So
lives.
like that is as a straight woman and as a straight man, but as a gay man, for example,
Yo,
I think you should just run. I'm not gonna. Yeah, because you're in Nigeria, and like, if you have people that want to fuck you up, they can't fuck you up.
Yo.
You're doing something that's
Like a gay man in Nigeria.
Yes, you're doing
Literally,
something
you have to
that
run,
is
I
word
promise.
for word illegal, based on that. It's not right.
Yeah.
It's not fair. But the reality is that I think that as a minority or someone who has been limited by law, by the laws of the land, if you are caught to have like flouted the law, it's best to just like lay low.
And
I
also-
don't think it's something you should be trying to like put out a press
Even
statement
understand,
about.
yes, to be very honest. Also,
Lock up.
the way Nigerians react to these things, they're always very what's the word I'm looking for now?
they don't use their sense.
When it comes to like these gay conversations, it's like when
Everybody's so heated.
they
Everybody's
are
ready
so
to like,
upset and so angry. It's like
Doesn't make
you
any
see
sense.
you see the other side of them, like they're literally about to. They don't mind killing these people with their hands. Like, oh my god, wow.
So it's not even safe to try and
So you have to
address it.
run.
We have to be
Yeah.
You have to
realistic
run.
about it. Even abroad, there's this hip hop guy recently that was
saw it- I
outed
saw it
that
on
there was
social
like,
media.
yeah, you know how
Yes.
Twitter is another
Isaiah
like
Rashad.
the
Oh,
iniquity.
Isaiah Rashad.
Isaiah
I stand with
Rashad.
Isaiah. I suck dick too.
Same sis.
That was the hashtag.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what everybody said. No, I suck dick too. Yeah, I mean, so like he has been
I suck
presenting
dick too?
as
Yeah.
Did he ever present as straight or gay? I don't think so, but I think he has like kids or something, or at
Yeah,
least
he
one
had a-
kid.
he had a-
Yeah,
he had a
but it
girlfriend
really
and
doesn't
kids.
matter what anybody chooses to do with their body. But like he didn't like it was after the backlash, people now started to give him the support.
Yeah.
Do you get? So I feel
Yeah.
like when you're for me, I don't even think he should have addressed it.
Did he address it?
I don't know if he did,
No,
but I
I
hope
don't
he did
think
not.
he
Yeah,
did.
I
He
feel
didn't.
like
He never
yeah.
spoke on it. He never
Yeah.
spoke on it.
When it's shit that's like really fully scandalous, and I think you should just leave it. People will find the next big thing to gist about after a while. And if you're in Nigeria, just lay low until it's safe, because you will always have people that are triggered and are like bloodthirsty and looking
Yeah.
for how to. So just stay safe, honestly.
Big facts. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of our appetite for now. We're gonna move on in a second.
Hey guys, it's still the Tea with MT with Malobi and Tomisin, and we're going straight into our serious topic for today, which is pour me a stiff drink. Today we're talking about provocation. How far is too far? When it comes to talking, when it comes to opinions, when it comes to basically yarning about things that you think are relevant and true, how far is too far?
You know what's amazing is that we have the terms and conditions host.
Someone just called him Afrobeat bulletproof.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
Shout die like it's. I'm gonna fucking kill you for that shit.
That's our niggas have more branches.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Because we have the kings and queen of provocation.
Of provocation, yeah.
In the podcast space, okay, in the building.
That's
So,
interesting.
Tolani, as the king, How does it feel to wear that crown?
I don't think I'm the king of provocation. Am I?
No, Joey dropped
Yeah,
the king.
I would say that it used to be Joey.
Joey
and
dropped
then
that crown for you.
You're the new.
It's not really new.
The new. No, but like you're the one who is like.
Tommy's is
going,
like, I know this nigga from time.
It's not really.
I feel like Motolani has always been controversial, but like as time went on, when you gain when you spend time doing shit, like when you become an OG in the game, you no longer give a fuck. So you continue to push the boundary. So after a while, people like Joey will go mainstream and go into like other things, and but like he right now is like he has paid his dues, he has spent time, so now he doesn't really give it. So you are.
I woke up one morning. I woke up in the middle of the night one day around like 1:30 a.m. And I had seen in Lucy Lemon's group chat someone posted a tweet, and I was like, man, should I open this tweet? Should I enter this world? I just woke up. Okay, let me just see. And it was Tolani's tweet about the alter space, and that's how I was awake.
About the entire alter space or a project.
About
the whole alter space.
Yes, it was. I can't remember what you tweeted. I had to now go and backtrack. I said I woke up at 1:30, so I was late. I had to go start from the beginning. Say, hey, what's going on here? Tolani came and scattered the internet in Nigeria for the whole night. In fact, it was 2 days. It was 48 hours of discussion based on Tolani. Who the next day when I woke up properly, he was talking about football.
The world has moved on, bro.
I was like,
he said Tolani has moved on, bro.
The world has moved on.
you understand?
Yeah.
How does it? What makes you want to push those boundaries? What makes you want to be in a space where, or what gives you the rights? Actually, what makes you the king? Who are you? Why should we call you king?
I don't think I want anybody to call me the king of that. I just think it's sometimes everybody's thinking something, but nobody just wants to say it.
I get that because we do the tea with MT. I get that
Everybody's
fully.
thinking about it, but nobody wants to say it. That's one. Number two, there are some times when a lot of people don't exactly have the answers to something, but you feel like you have the answer. Like you feel like you have the opinion. And that if you present it in a way, a lot of people are going to be mad, but people that are going to pick whatever they want to pick from it, will pick it from it. For example, look at the result of the review. Look at the result.
He gave it visibility.
I mean,
not just us. He came back and put it back on Spotify.
Exactly.
With better sound.
Re-engineered.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's dope.
Where it touch me.
I think that's a jam. That's a jam, by the way.
No. So the thing is, but I don't even think it's just I think that Excel is like someone that says a lot of crap, like says like shit that's like controversial and whatnot.
People love him still.
So
that.
because for the longest time,
it's
right?
the gap in his teeth.
No. So when I was with Boomplay, I'm out of the game. When I was with Boomplay, I was safe. I was playing it safe. Even when we started our own pod, episode 1, I was like, guys, I'm a politician. I can't say this is bad, this is dope, this is. I'm a politician and I'll play a politician. And if you notice, along for that period, I wasn't tweeting a lot. I was, now this guy, they know my real opinion because I go send a message. I go send a mail for WhatsApp. This album is trash. This is some bullshit, my nigga. Make sure you add it in your review that this is some bullshit. Say Afrobeat's bulletproof. You can take it. But now, I'm out of that space, so I have some liberty to say my opinion. So now I'm back on streets. I'm going crazy. That night I was going crazy back to back.
That was wild.
I made a new friend that night from going crazy. By the way, Fresh Air.
Shout out to Fresh.
Shout out to Fresh.
But I feel like we shouldn't even like I don't think we should keep it bit like on that conversation.
Yeah.
Just
Like
generally, in your space, in your podcast generally, don't you think that there is a place to draw the line? So we talk about sex. We can say whatever the fuck we want to say. Yeah. But like when you say shit that affects people, so I'm going to go back to this the matter of your infamous article because it did hurt people.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When you're writing that shit down, you're gonna hurt someone. We all know how long it took for Cross Antino to put out that project. He kept because he was trying to get it right. So imagine you having sleepless nights over your work and then someone comes and says, oh, your work is trash. I understand the need to tell the truth, but do you really need to be so acidic in your... Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you really is there? I feel like you could have drafted the same article, called out the same points without rubbishing it, because that's exactly what you did. If we're being honest,
I didn't rubbish it.
You did
You
rubbish
did.
it.
I did.
No. You're my guy. But
You dragged the
like,
right
yes.
hand held.
And I do
You
feel
dragged
like you
the
were,
soul.
yeah. And like this is
What
not
was the
even to
score
like,
at the end of the article?
5.3.
and like people were catching stray bullets left and right.
Like Donley.
Forget Donley. Talk about Eve.
Okay, yeah.
This babe was like trying to say, "Oh, do you know what?" Like, so for me, I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm sorry to say this to her part. She was very fucking stupid.
Okay, but I don't. So no. So here's the thing.
We're back.
Forget that. I personally, and I haven't had a conversation with you
I mean,
about
you came
it,
on
but
my
I did
Tuesday
not
and
like.
to form some bullshit. You're
So what
going to catch some
but what
strings.
she
That's fucking
said
stupid.
was not derogatory in any way.
What did she say?
What she said is like, don't rubbish someone's work. It's a good body of work.
She's an
And,
OAP
and this
at Cool
guy
FM.
said she's an OAP, yeah, on Cool FM, and she's a rapper as well.
Oh, okay.
And this nigga comes out and says, "Oh, if only you
had the
focused
same
on
energy.
your rap
I saw
career,
this. I saw
maybe-"
that tweet.
So I'm just like, I get it, yeah. Like it's okay for you to take jabs, but a lot of the time, the things that you take jabs about are things that people are already sensitive about.
May I answer this
You know,
question
like
for you?
I
Let me
think
answer
that
this
we should
question.
draw the line. And this is me. I'm all for talking shit. I'm all for calling people out when they deserve it. But like, where do we draw the line?
Wait, hold on. Let me answer this question on behalf of him. The interesting thing to note about this example you gave, you did not mention it. Let me tell you what it's
Did
interesting.
they have
The
sex?
interesting thing is
Do
that
they know each other?
creatives in general, right,
very
are very sensitive and protective of their
Of
work.
their
Because-
product,
yeah.
exactly.
You're not getting where I'm going.
Including
him.
Motolani.
Okay, so it was
So that's
like
why
backlash.
he reacts. Sometimes he reacts the way he reacts, like the same way he's criticizing
That's
those
an
guys.
angle.
So you have to look
Yeah.
at it this
You
way.
need
Yeah.
to go
I
to therapy.
expect- No. You don't understand what's going on. The difference between me and everybody else is, if I come for you, I expect you to come back. But you are not fucking Santi. Did you see the way Santi and I talked?
Yeah,
That was different.
enough.
Funny enough, Santi had the
That was
best
different.
reaction.
Yes.
Like in terms of how people reacted.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
He
yo,
had
like,
an
don't
objective
judge my
reaction.
work. Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, bro, you can have the same opinion about my article. Like,
Okay,
for
but then why
example-
did you go left and start calling out Donley? I know you've already apologized for it. So.
I mean,
I mean,
Donley
she
was talking shit.
she threw subs now.
I don't
She
even
threw subs.
really need us to focus on the Donley conversation because they have history. That's the
Okay.
truth.
Yeah.
They have his. So like,
Yeah.
honestly, it was just like, oh, like I have an opportunity, I will shoot you down. That's what happened. As far as I'm
And then I
concerned.
came back, and everybody thought I was a bad guy.
So the thing with
You're the
art,
bad guy.
the problem
It's
with
fine.
the problem with
Someone has
art,
to be.
the problem with art is its nature.
Yeah, it is.
Art by nature evokes emotions,
Yeah.
good and bad.
Yeah.
Bro, Mobius, they just released the Rotten Tomatoes. Mobius
They destroyed it.
18%, 18
Yeah.
over 100. That's a Marvel
They're crying.
movie. Think of everybody that worked on that movie.
Yeah.
They are going to be like, fuck
I think-
these guys.
I think-
but that's art. Like people have the right to say,
Yeah, I definitely
I don't
agree.
fuck with it. We are now living in a time, right? I've been telling Tony that it's like we are going through a lot of age of enlightenment.
The endless search for
Yeah.
the universal truth.
So now we're in a time where we want to be very, 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 very emotionally sensitive, and it has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
Its pros is we care more.
Yeah.
You know,
we
we're
show
more
more
sensitive
empathy.
to minorities. It has its pros, and the pros are fucking great. But the cons are
Objectivity is dying.
the cons are people want things to always be positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is not life. Sometimes an album is bad. Sometimes an album is not good.
I actually didn't think the album was bad, funny enough.
Let me give
Yeah.
you let me give you guys a
Let him
backstory.
give-
That morning,
let him give you a story.
the day the album dropped, I had not finished listening to the album. I was like, the first half, I texted Tolani on WhatsApp. I'm like, dog, this some fucking trash, dog. And Tolani was like, nah, XL, you're wrong. Calm down. Listen to this album. It's a good album.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about your inside information.
But that
At
was
the end of the day.
that's in the review.
So no, but in the review though,
That's in
so
the
this is my
review.
problem, right? Because in the review, he said, I think people like our generation focuses on negatives,
Of course.
right? Because he
course.
said a lot of good things about Santi and about the album itself. He talked about the
Production.
cohesion, the production, the themes that he stuck with. And me personally, I love thematic albums, right? One of my
Yeah.
biggest problems with one of the biggest albums right now, made in Lagos. If I have any critique, I have just one critique of it. It's like it says nothing about Lagos.
True. Okay.
Do you
I'll
understand?
accept that.
And
Anything
I
else
remember
about
telling
Punch.
him that when he came out, and he
I
was like,
agree with that.
and he was like, it doesn't matter. It's a great album. Like Excel, fuck you. It doesn't matter. It's a great album. So the problem is people tend to focus on the negatives, and you need to look at the situation. It's like No, I'm not going to use the analogy I was going to use. I was going to say it's like criticizing a Beyonce album. And I looked at it, I want to put Santi and Beyonce. That's wrong. But Santi has a cult following of sorts.
Yes. It's not of sorts. He has a cult following, full stop. Yeah.
And you know the wildest
I'm
thing?
saying of sorts because it's cult following, reach half of Zinoliski fan base.
But the cult following will pull up wherever he is.
Yeah, and there a lot of them are on the internet.
Yeah.
So they're going to pull up, they're going to talk. Like, what Santi's reply to that article and what his fans were saying were very different. Santi was like, okay, I get it, but you don't understand. You don't really. Santi was basically telling this guy, you don't really understand me.
That's not true.
That's what Santi was telling you. You're saying what Santi said is not true. I'm saying that's what Santi was telling you, right? And the fans were like, the cult followers, they were like, hey, fuck you. You're ugly.
Minority stan culture is always more intense than, and that is, it's not even like a music thing.
It's not a music thing. It's
like
culture
I was telling
right.
someone about like being from South, and like when I see Timaya or someone like Duncan Mighty go far, like I don't know them personally, but I'm like, oh my god, my South brother, like he's doing well. It's the same. If you come for a Duncan Mighty, I can drag him, but you may not be able to. I'll probably, do you understand? It's not necessary. Do you understand? I'll probably drag you and be like, oh, he's not. So like the whole them supporting him thing, I think it's just the whole we are in my like we are the older people, we don't already get enough support and you're not coming for our work.
Santi's music,
Santi was the nucleus of the movement.
Yeah. He represents a group of people that were
like genre.
Exactly.
Odusu was a creative heartbeat, but it was like the nucleus.
Yeah.
He was like a 360 creative. It was
visuals,
it's pictorial, add everything. You can see what it was trying to do on the album. You can hear the themes, the movie insights. You can see the anime, all those things. Where you can
the
problem was you didn't.
The execution wasn't as great. And guess what? The great artists, like a lot of the greats that we know, they have come out to publicly say, yeah, I know this album was trash. This album that I made. Eminem has said this. Ye knows that there are mixed reviews to Jesus, and he has accepted it. That's one of the hallmarks of being a great artist. And it's possible that in a few years, because a lot of times the artists
it takes time.
To be fair, it takes time. All of them, Eminem and the rest, it takes time for them to admit that, okay, this album no tap. Just
and that's okay, to be honest.
So I just want to pull us back to
there's
say
no lying.
Okay, but like I feel like when I think we need to also distinguish between the concept of punching up, punching down. Like, so when you speak to a Santi and you criticize him, Santi is a celebrity. You guys did not know Eve, or Excel did not know Eve until like now. So when you attack people who are the fans, do you think that you are justified in doing so the way you attack people who are responsible for the actual work? Do you understand? Because I feel like even for Donley, it was because you had history. If you didn't have history, and if you read through what she said, I feel like she was taking jabs at you, but she didn't actually insult you.
You came for the
Someone tweeted something very interesting like some years ago. I think there's an account that was popular on Twitter. I think Aloy or something. If you infuriate people a certain way, you don't determine how they come out to you.
No, this is even a Twitter saying you don't
determine.
What's
I like how you are forming infuriated over something you fucking started.
It's fine.
Hold on.
You infuriated them, they're infuriating you back.
But Malobi, hold on. If we're specific about like the Donley incident, immediately I said Donley, I just remember the Donley tweet. And that tweet came out after our Fresh Air episode. Where she was like, damn, so many people calling my father's name anyhow. Donley's her son name. So after
Fresh Air episode.
No, regarding that particular situation, that night when everybody was going crazy on Twitter, he didn't mention her first. She came first.
Because he was already the hot topic of the day.
But it's okay for her to have an opinion.
Let's see. The only reason, hello, wait, guys, wait. The only reason why she chose to react that way is because there's history.
Fair enough.
And the reason why
there's history and a single was dropping that night. So she caught on the trend. Okay, which is great. I love dedication. I love it.
But guess what? Motolani is benevolent. Everybody can benefit from this shit.
Take shots at him. Afrobeats bulletproof.
Just to take us away from the whole music conversation and everything, I just want to know, when you choose to write and say these things, you understand that you're hurting people and you're doing damage. Is it for
first answer that question.
Yeah,
No.
Wait,
it's not even you. I'm gonna give other
question
examples.
is set up already.
People like chill now. People like Instablog, people like Gist Lovers, they will come out and tell you with their chest, I know I'm fucking people up, I'm doing it for the likes. Are you going to own that with your chest and stop forming journalism and saying, oh, I'm trying to, because you can have like exquisite, chill now.
I think that's false equivalence, by the way.
Yeah.
No, just not
You need to rephrase the question.
You need to rephrase the
And let me tell you why. I'm so sorry. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you need to rephrase that question, right? Because Motolani, yes, and I'm going to say it now. He's my friend, so there's probably bias in what I'm saying, right?
No, probably there is bias.
It's fine, but if you can find a Motolani article where from the beginning to end it's all trashing.
Okay, fair.
Do you understand? So what I'm going to say is, he will say positives and he will say negatives. His negatives, he will go where nobody will go. That's the problem with him. He will go where nobody will go. We're all thinking it, but he's the only person that has the boldness to actually write it on his laptop and press post or press publish or whatever. So it's not a case of him going out and say, let me go hurt some bitches today. Let me go hurt some niggas today. That's not the case. It's a case of somebody, there has to, let me tell you this thing. This was Osags, oh. Osags was doing this, right? And guess what happened when Osags left music media? Niggas were tweeting, we miss Osags. Let Osags come back. If Motolani today goes into fucking tailoring or pastry or tech bro, or he leaves music media entirely, them niggas that have dragged him will come out to say, look, Wizkid FC hates this guy. And this guy tweeted that, or wrote that Wizkid will win a Grammy, and they loved him
For that.
in that moment. Because people just pick agendas that suit them. That's the internet now.
But you're still missing. So what I'm trying to say is this. Do you agree that a lot of the time, even when you have like a point...
Can we move it away from Tolani specifically?
Let's I like the question.
Like, that's what I'm trying to do.
He's a good case point.
Yeah, but we've been talking about Tolani for 10 minutes now.
That's what I said.
Like, I love you, but like, damn, nigga, you ain't all that.
I want us to move it away from music, and that's why I mentioned people like Instagram.
You are going to pay for this shit.
So when you do, like, when you write shit, and just generally when people tweet or write shit that's supposed to be like controversial, I believe that there's a point to it. There's supposed to be like a point or like a relevance of it. Don't you think that the message gets lost in the depths of your anger?
So let me answer.
That's a fucking great question.
That's a very good question. The first thing you need to understand is that every creative is a narcissist.
Fair enough.
You need to believe the belief that you are going to create something that a lot of people are going to be interested in. It takes a lot of narcissism. You must be a narcissist.
Or what if I just believe that, like,
it's not my fault that I'm dope.
That's the point.
It's not my
She's right. Because, so Malobi is right, because a lot of times
I'm sorry.
The real message gets lost inside
Excel.
condescension.
And that's what I was talking about. People like Instablog, like
Just
what
so-
you're trying to pass across just gets lost in the sensationalism of it. You're trying to be savage.
Stop using Instablog. Instablog
comes for
war. Instablog goes for blood. Gossip Mill goes for blood. They go for blood.
I think sometimes what fuels it is, I hate psychophancy with a passion. I hate it. I hate when we all know that this thing is trash and everybody's polishing it online. I hate it so much.
As your friend, I will even say you hate it to an extreme.
I hate it to an extreme. I hate it so much that
the extreme.
If it's a friend, see, one of my best friends that I've known for over 10 years, we're not talking like that currently.
As you
over
should be.
Things like this, over your opinions.
Because your artist was not great. And I came out, I tried to polish it, but my brother, I just couldn't. Because you are going to take learning from it. And then they came back, and look at what they're doing. Excel knows what I'm talking about.
They're doing better.
Drop the T.
They are doing better.
Here, we drop names.
You can't drop it. You can't drop that thing.
Don't drop that.
You can't drop
That's
that
too
thing.
heavy.
Get off us.
That's not a tea, it's a coffee.
Bro, you guys won't sleep.
It's a coffee.
So, like, that's the number one thing. I hate it. And I feel like one of the best things, one of the greatest things that I had in my life was growing up, everybody would always tell me, oh, Motolani is great. Motolani is great. but everybody would always focus on the negatives, right?
I get that.
When I got to Pulse, I met a lot of people that would give me, this shit is trash. And they'll make me see the points. I hated it at first. But let me tell you something. Without those niggas, I wouldn't be who I am. I would not. Without listening to those guys. Without sitting down and saying, you guys, you did a lot for my life. You guys know the people that I'm talking about, right? So going back to these people, regardless of how bad criticism is, regardless of stance and mildness, they are not smart people. You can pick some things from the Sansa review. You can pick some things from the Sansa review.
But
Stance
they
cannot.
won't.
But guess the people that are going to amplify the conversation on social media? It's stance. Now the problem is the point then gets lost. A lot of people that have problems with Motolani they come and start saying trash about Motolani. They never read the review. They never read it.
I get
I
that.
have a similar story.
They never read it. Now that's the problem.
A lot of
so
people
a
don't
lot of people
bother.
that read it will tell you that I get what you're saying. But maybe
A lot of people, they got upset because Ashley had mentioned Tolani and said, oh, hey, Tolani, I think you're a terrible person. And then they're like, oh my God, Ashley is angry. Who are we killing?
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
the thing. The amplification of the story sometimes makes the message get lost in translation.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I go at people, when I say your shit is trash, I expect you to come back. I expect you to feel a type of way about it.
And to start that
It's not
conversation.
exactly the most positive energy, but someone has to do it because it's what it is.
But like I think from that kind of leads into like what we do here on Tea with MT.
I love
At
it.
the end of the day, like being like the English is filling my mouth. Oh Jesus,
Provocative.
Provocative. Provocative.
provocative.
I'm telling
Provocative.
you.
Yeah, in itself is not a terrible thing.
Yeah.
And in many ways, Tolani being the Afrobeats Bulletproof is not
I
a
hate
bad
that shit,
thing.
by the way.
It's I'm sorry, I've changed the name of my phone to Afrobeats Bulletproof.
I
Fuck
swear
you.
down. That's
Well,
what I'm going to call
Fuck
you.
you, fuck you, fuck you.
But like it's not a bad thing, and I think someone messaged me that night to say you won't tweet anything, and I'm like, one, I don't tweet.
Stakeholder.
Do you understand? I'm like, one, I don't tweet.
Big side. Choose it this day.
I'm telling you.
Choose it this day.
Come and get your man, Tomisin. What in the fuck is going on? It was very stressful. But like for me, the most important thing, I then said that like my only tweet about it was, okay. Everybody hates Tolani. Everybody hates Pulse. Everybody wants to cry. Everybody wants to beg. No wahala. But these kind of people are necessary in the industry for us to grow. One,
yeah.
two. You that's complaining, go and stream the music. Go and give your go and amplify the media houses
Conversation.
that actually are supporting these
Supporting
people.
it,
Go for
yeah.
their shows. Do what you need to do as a person, but you people don't do it anyway. So like all this shouting is for your pocket. At the end of the day.
It's fair to say that it's possible that because of that conversation that night, a lot of people who had not listened to the album
We'll go and
Went
listen
to
to it.
listen.
Yeah.
So I think that
So please,
what
as we are the same on TVMT, please go and listen. We are always
Listen
provoking
to Tea with MT.
We are
oh.
provoking you
Please listen to the Tea
Please.
with MT. Please.
I mean, at the end of everything I'm saying, I will have to be saying it. But if they born you well,
we shouldn't hype you.
don't say the same thing. I'm going to pull
are
up here on a Friday.
No. You know they're coming to our own show.
Oh, let's go.
So what I would say, just to like
We'll give
pull
them
this
mainland
all together,
hospitality.
is that I understand the need for
Yeah.
this, but I also need you to understand that the things you say do have an effect.
True.
It's one thing for someone to take the learnings and go and fix up. It's another thing for them to sink into depression. Sink into because for a lot of people, for them, music is an escape. They're going through shit. Do you understand? For a lot of people, like the things that they do, like they're coping with life. So you want to tell the truth, but do you want to be so, as I said, acidic? Is it necessary? Do you really have to do? And that's why I said, like, are you going to come out and say, like, oh, I'm doing this because I want it to be like a sensational item. I want it to be something that will be click-worthy.
Yeah.
It's okay to own up to that and say, yeah, I write entertaining articles. Do you know this guy? Oh my God, this guy that owns Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah.
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee, exactly.
Was in trouble
Jason will
recently.
own it with his chest. Like, I can write articles that'll make you fucking commit suicide. That's what I am. That's what I like. And if you come
Jason
for me,
Lee,
I will
man.
go and track your mother, track your daddy. So, like, if that's the
That's what he
path you're
says.
on,
Yeah, but in the
I think you need to own it
and
and accept that, okay, this is the path I'm on, and it is destructive somewhat, but it's necessary.
so
You just need to have a balanced view and take ownership of it.
But Don't stop being the bad bitch.
Do you understand? I'm not saying stop.
Okay.
No, I mean look at Jason.
Hello.
You now identify as a bad bitch.
Don't stop being the bad bitch that you are.
Still bitches.
So I think that a problem you have is the era you are in.
True.
Because the era we grew up in,
It was wild.
niggas had to submit the album before it came out
And they would
to the
retrieve
journalists to write the review
To write
down.
the review first. Fair enough.
Like people like
I mean, it still happens, but it's just not as rampant.
it's not just as no. Like, music journalism is heavily politicized now. We can't even lie. Even the journalists themselves they have to take sides sometimes.
Yes.
Do you understand? They have to take sides. Elliot Wilson is never going to say
Shit
a
about
Drake
Jay-Z,
album is trash.
A Jay-Z album.
He's never going to say it.
Yeah.
Certified Lover Boy is not a great album.
But
But did you see any journalist say this album is trash?
Any major one.
Any major, or even say this album is mid? They can't, because music journalism is politicized now. So the thing is, you're writing this kind of articles in a generation that is heavy, very heavy on being emotionally sensitive. And like I said, this era has its pros and cons. And one of the cons is
We don't like Motolani.
one of the cons is also everybody's a victim.
I still get all your women.
Do you understand? Everybody's a victim.
Sorry, hot stuffs. So sorry, sex machine.
I think we've said enough on this. I think we've said enough on
But
this.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I get what you
Yeah.
mean. I mean, there were learnings to be taken from that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to me begging the producer in the background.
We had a conversation, a long conversation at Excel and I.
Yeah, I did.
We had it the next morning.
Melody even reached out.
Melody
Yeah.
and I also had like a long conversation, and the things that they said very similar to the things you said.
Just so you know, we hold our friend accountable.
I mean, yes. So it was very insightful to get the perspective of people that you say, okay, I trust this person. This person is not doing it because they hate me. So I get what you mean, right? Maybe some things in that article could have been changed, like maybe the
just
parts
better
of
worded.
the
Don't say
It's
it. Don't
okay.
worry.
No,
We know.
We're
We
not
know what you
going
mean.
into that.
Literally.
We know
We're
what you
not
mean.
going into it. We're not going
even
into
that
it.
perspective.
You know,
Okay,
let's
move on.
guys.
This is where we wrap it up.
Yep.
Thank
This
you,
is
brother.
Call it a night before.
Before Edwin kills niggas in this building.
Shout out to Edwin.
Shout out to our producer.
Wait, why is the sex podcast clean? You guys don't call some shit.
You came late,
You
my
ca-
dear.
that-
No, we've been
That's
cussing.
what happened.
They've said a lot of wild shit.
You came late.
I was
That's what
humbled.
happened.
You know, say
If
I
you're not
talk wild
careful
shit. I
now,
was
we'll ask you to
humbled.
why
give
did
us
you guys bring me on
one
this
tip.
particular?
One
So
tip.
if I was here earlier, I would have-
Yeah. Sorry. We're going to deviate, Edwin. My apologies, Edwin. But give us one tip for ferocious fellatio.
Ferocious fellatio.
Tell us how to suck your
The
dick.
uckers.
So a
How do
tip
you like
about
it done?
a tip
Your
for,
dick
so you're
sucked.
giving women a tip about how to
One
really
tip,
give good
Tolani.
blowjobs.
Don't
And
go
don't
off.
say
This
teeth,
one,
we already
as
had
in,
teeth.
and he carried the mic to his chest. 1 point. Yeah.
My guy's eyes blinking. He's remembering
You
orgasms.
guys, it's not that deep.
Give us.
Just not to use your tongue, man.
We've already had tongue.
Yeah, someone has
We
said
already
that.
said
Someone
tongue.
has
It was
said that.
tongue.
We said no teeth. We've said
Oh, I
multitask.
love teeth.
You see? There.
You know what?
Let me tell you
It's on
something.
brand. You
Let me tell
live
you
your life
something.
on the edge. So
So
it's on brand. It's on
Excel,
brand
let me
with
tell
you.
something. Excel, let me tell you something. You know when it gets to a point when it's in his throat, right? And then when it's coming out.
It just scrapes
In my fucking face, bro! Let's go!
And on that note,
Now.
thank you guys. Wagwan niggas. Okay, so we are here for our
Nightcap.
nightcap.
Shame.
I like that. Nice.
Yeah,
Nightcap.
This is the nightcap. So this is our little tip section.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
we want you guys to know a few things, to go home with some knowledge. This is school time, okay?
Excellent.
You're
Yeah,
in
this
school
girl wants to hear about
in
sex.
session, okay?
Excel, where's your notepad?
Where's your notepad and your pen?
This feels like, don't worry, I'm an accident.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you would be on this one.
Yeah.
So today, guys, we're giving tips and tricks on ferocious fellatio.
Cock talk.
Cock talk.
Yes,
Cock
cock
talk.
talk.
Just say cock talk.
Talk. Shout out to Sheon.
Yes.
Say cock talk.
So guys, we're all gonna go around and give our
And share the
tips.
cock.
No, we're not going to share the cock on
Sorry.
this table.
Please.
What's going on?
This is not that kind of party,
What is
okay?
going on, fam?
I thought we're going to pass it around. I thought we're passing the cock now.
Why is the cock coming to me, fam? The fuck is going on?
Okay, so we're
my
gonna
God.
give a tip each for what we think would be great head, basically. So I'll start. Always use your tongue, ladies and men. Use your tongue, stick it out. Don't I'm not going to demonstrate, but don't.
Why?
Don't
No, Malobi, you have
don't
to
do
show
like.
us.
Do that exactly. Be like tongue.
That's
I'm
what we got the cameras for.
anything you're doing, blah.
And, you know,
Do you get?
with
So
the mic.
let your tongue be the base. Let your tongue be your lower lip, as opposed to your lips and then twirling your tongue around. Because I think that warmth and the softness of your tongue creates almost like a suction type feel for niggas that's the roof of your mouth normally would not. So
So when you stick
take
out the
it
tongue, it
from
makes
me.
it better.
it just makes it like a tighter, warmer
Tip
like
one.
yeah.
Okay,
Stick
Excel.
out the tongue.
So stick out your tongue.
No, wait. Melody, you said Excel. You're shouting Excel. Are you the host? Excuse me.
Know your place.
You do what I say you do.
Let me see. I have to mention Excel because I really cannot wait to hear what Excel.
I know. Don't worry. We're saving the best for last.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, come on, Melody. Give
Okay,
us something.
let me see. Is that your alarm?
My phone just told me to eat something, bitch.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat something, all right?
So for me, I think.
With your experience, you must know.
Wow. Tomisin, you have to go there, but it's fine. I'm gonna act like I didn't hear
Say
that.
with your experience.
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that.
Melody, your experience.
Look
like,
across the room.
Ask her if I sent her my
across
resume.
the room.
Please help me ask Tomisin if I sent you my resume, but I'm going to act like I didn't hear that.
Okay.
I think you should make it as wet as possible. Like the wetter it is, it makes it more sloppy. So it's like ow, and all that sound.
So all you
Yeah,
ox leaders, maybe you should just suck dick. Seeing as you like
Yeah, because
spit
I
so
feel
much.
like when it's too
How did
dry,
I end up here?
I feel like the wetter it is, the more sloppy it is, and it's like it makes it more enjoyable as opposed to like
get
when
that.
it's dry and just.
I think like point 2B would be like, you know that whole gagging thing. I don't know what it is, but have you noticed that like when you're sucking dick and it actually hits the back of your
And
throat,
you
there's like
gaggle. There's a
Yeah.
sound.
so like if you want and
Till
it's
you
not just
fucking throw up.
so that if you've eaten, it's not a safe thing to
not-
do.
yeah, it's not,
but
it's
if
not,
like your
it's not.
belly is empty and it's just like literally phlegm.
But guess
Like,
what? You know, there are
if
people
you-
that enjoy that shit. the
Which one?
vomiting
Yeah.
Shit. Like,
Vomiting.
There's a category of porn.
Just
Yeah.
a quick
Oh.
PSA. Just a quick. We don't
Ew.
support that here.
Never
we don't,
seen that
We
before.
don't allow that here.
There's a
It's
category of
just
porn.
Not
When I say something, I
Malobi
mean
said that,
both men
right?
and
But let me
women.
just also put it like term and
so, Missy, do you
condition with that.
vomit on the dick?
Shut up.
Are you puking on the dick?
Can you
Let her-
relax?
let her
Let
land,
me
let her
add
land.
the terms and conditions of what Malobi said. Yes, we are not saying that,
We
here,
don't do
We
it.
don't do it.
But
We're
you
not
can
saying
do
Want
it.
to do
if you
it.
want to do it, by
Do
all
it.
means, go and do it.
Yeah, do it.
Go and do it if you want to.
We don't.
On air.
This is a safe space.
You
Yeah.
can do it.
You can do it.
But we don't.
But
do
I would
it.
like to also know about you doing it. So do DM me. Let me
I
understand.
think if someone
the-
throws up on my dick, my erection would disappear.
Cause
I
like
would be so
puke
disgusted.
comes with
Yeah.
a smell.
Uh-huh.
Like, and it's like literally
you
chunks
say
of
this.
food.
You say this, but people like enjoy like shit and piss.
Oh my
So
God.
like,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
hello.
So what do you mean
each
by
his
shit?
or her
Like
own.
eat this shit?
No, like
Have
I
you
mean,
not seen Two Girls One Cup?
oh my god, I'm so.
No, what's that?
Two
No.
Girls
Oh,
One Cup.
no.
Google it later.
Yeah.
Google it later.
After this,
Do your Googles.
Google it.
Okay, I have so many things to Google.
Back to
after
tips.
So,
So-
it was me. So I said make it wet. Like the sloppier it is, the better it is. So all that gargling and all that, the wetter it is, the nicer it is. So make it as wet as you can.
Okay, before I give my tip, I have a tip from our producer.
Professor Atomic.
Oh.
Our producer, you know
Yeah.
how we do.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it's a full house. Anybody in the back also wants to
It's
give
a
tips.
faculty.
As in,
It's a-
anybody in the back wants to give tips, please share. So we have someone in the back who has sent in a tip. Tip is get on your knees and grab a handful of their shit and make eye contact.
Eye
And
contact.
whoever looks away, if the person looks away first, you are doing a fucking great job. Keep doing that shit, babes.
So if you look away
scene. I've never thought of that before.
But like, it's factual.
Yeah, I know eye contact, yeah, but I've never really gauged the whole they look away because their annies.
Wait.
Don't worry, we're going to come back next episode and come and give our feedback.
When you start looking into each other's eyes and somebody starts rolling the eyes over, like,
fair.
I'm doing that shit.
On the whole grabbing that shit thing, is that?
Wait, can you?
No. Speak.
Anyway, it's okay. But based on that, right, my tip. Okay. Okay. So my tip is basically, I think it's important to multitask, to do a lot at the same time, and just do a lot of different things at once. Try different things. Like, stick your tongue out and all of that, but like, stick your tongue out, twirl it around, hold something, pull something.
But I was gonna ask, is that like a general rule? Because is that a general rule? Because I personally know niggas that like you're sucking dick and they'll take your hands off and be like, no, use just your mouth.
But no,
so is that
I feel like
is that
that's
like
just a
thing?
It's just a thing in that moment. Like,
okay, it's not like the entire.
Like sometimes you can take your hands off completely. Sometimes you can then put it back on. Like,
look what I can do.
I can do it without my hands. Mommy, I'm flying.
Damn. But that's my tip 4. Excel.
As the receiver,
the man of the moment.
You have to end it on a very powerful
How do you like
note.
your cock?
Sucked ferociously.
So from the moment I heard ferocious Falasha, I already knew what my tip would be. Because of the ferocious there. Please do not use your teeth.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Like,
you know something that's crazy?
Are you saying don't chew it?
I have battle scars.
But some niggas like
a little bit of teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Some people
like teasing. It's the same way like I say like, please don't chew my breasts, don't chew my nipple. But like, I mean, I like a bit of teeth.
You know something that's crazy? Literally, like, I think it was a couple days ago, someone was asking me if I woke up as a man, what would be one of the first things I wanted. I just thought to myself,
suck my dick.
But your mouth will get to your dick.
I wouldn't suck my dick. I would get someone to suck my dick, but I'll tell them to use teeth so I can know what exactly it feels like. I'll be like, just a little bit. Let me just feel. I just want to know so that, because the idea of using teeth, like people say it all the time, that's the number one tip.
Yeah, that you
don't
shouldn't
use teeth. But like, I don't know what that feel like. Although, except for people that we chewing.
Excel, what does it feel like? Does it feel like? Are you shocked when you feel the teeth on your?
On a board,
to feel someone's teeth
like
on your penis? It's like you have this shock. It's shocking.
It's like no. I know the one that is shocking is when they bite like the cap.
They bite the cap.
Because that's a really sensitive area.
So when they bite the cap, sometimes you feel like a jolt, sometimes.
Electricity.
And yes, don't do that as well. Don't bite. Maybe tease, you can, if you are, but if you have like razor sharp teeth, you have been tearing for more.
So this is like a side, but like, are there men that don't like babes that swallow?
Are there men that
Are there men that like don't want you to like, like a lot of guys want you to like swallow whatever they do?
Maybe they are superstitious.
But are there men that actually like
so you don't swallow and go and vomit later in your calabash?
Don't do that.
Maybe they are superstitious.
Like I need you to spit that shit out in where I can see it. Spit it in the toilet bowl.
So maybe they are superstitious, or maybe this reminds me of an episode of Red Donovan where like an athlete was collecting blowjob from a babe, and the babe finishes and she's with it in her mouth and she pours it inside.
God,
like,
oh my God.
And she passes it to someone in the window and the person carries the sperm and
Hey.
So, but when
maybe in those two scenarios, superstitious or that.
That's why people like Drake will be putting pepper inside their
condom.
When they finish, they'll pour hot sauce inside the condom.
Really hot sauce. But also
that's wild.
On the side, on the side though, when it comes to like sucking dick and shit, I feel like lots of times the sucking dick ends on the dick. It's never trickles down to the balls, and the balls just like, oh my God.
So
but that's
that was my
like,
second tip. Like, so the balls is a very erogenous zone for men. Like it's like when if you're having sex and a woman is playing with your balls.
You guys like it?
I just want to say that I think it's like a whole line.
Maybe it might be different for other people.
As in, it doesn't just stop at the balls.
I think that it's a whole line. So like dick, balls, asshole.
This women's
and that
agenda
line in
of-
between, in between
between
the balls and the
This
asshole.
women's agenda
That area
of
is a
the man's
PowerPoint.
G-spots
Touch
being
it.
in his
Touch
anus.
it.
Why are you facing me?
It's an agenda.
Excel, why are you looking at me and saying this?
Because you are the
assaulting?
woman in front of me. Yes, it's an agenda that the man's anus is a G-spot, you know. So I don't know where that agenda came from. But apparently some men have said that they actually experience better orgasm when a woman puts...
I don't even think it's a finger thing. So I don't know about fingers, but I know that the tongue is like great with the asshole.
So my own is like,
So-
if you're kneeling giving me head and you like grab my butt cheeks. Ooh.
Grab your...
Did I not say that thing that you should lift the nigga's legs?
Lift what?
I will lift your
Hey,
legs.
hold up. Listen. Listen, yeah. So one
Spread
babe.
you.
Lift what?
One
like
babe.
lift the man off the
See,
ground.
wait.
listen
You
to
know how
Excel
December
first.
always is a couple years ago. December and Lagos is flush with UK babes with the field and all that shit, right? So one UK babe that I met at the club, we hit it off. We go to a hotel. You know, I'm lying down and she wants to give me head on the bed and you know, I've spread my legs. This girl carried my 2 legs. I'm like, oh! Man down.
No, wait. Okay, wait.
What the fuck?
Wait, ladies, chill first. So if you're talking about having sex with someone and okay, like having sex with a nigga and shit, and lift like okay, so both of you are on the bed.
Yeah.
Wait, Malobi, wait,
Yeah.
Let me be sure that what you're saying is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Both of you are on the bed, and you are raising the man's leg.
Knees to fucking chest.
Yes,
I
but
will spread
It's called the
you.
Amazon
Yes, okay,
position.
I will spread
yes,
you.
I agree with that one. But we
Yes.
should carry the man off the ground.
No. You
So that
lie
position-
down.
that position
I
you
will
described
lift your booty.
is called the-
lift your
it's called-
thighs.
it's called the
Put
Amazon
your
position.
knees here so that
And-
you can
and
get
women love it.
something. Exactly.
It's called the
Yeah.
Amazon position.
I
and
agree.
women love it.
really?
Also, I have one last tip before we close, but also play with like
The ball.
Other parts of the
no,
body.
not even no. Like get experimental. Get like ice cubes or like something sensory, or like even I was watching this show where they use like
What's that thing Jada did in Girls Trip? Do you remember that film, Girls Trip?
yeah.
Like she put like a
remember.
fruit, like
Yeah, as
a
well.
Grapefruiting.
Or
Fair
like
enough.
even like feathers, or like
Feathers?
yeah, trust me. Or like a metal chain, a cold metal chain.
yes, yeah, but feathers fam.
No, trust me.
Feathers.
Which I'm wondering feathers
My
like
d-
If you did have a babe now, that but like you don't
oh,
gonna know about
you're gonna
that.
miss out on that one, Excel.
You ain't gonna know about that.
Excel is like, babe, did I say it mattered though?
No comments.
Like I'm in Lagos.
No
man.
comments. Black men don't cheat. No comments.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the Tea with MT. It's great to have you guys. Shout out to Terms and Conditions. Shout out to Excel. Shout out to Melody.
Yes,
Shout out to
bitch.
Tolani.
Shout out to Tolani.
We love you guys so much. Keep watching. Keep sharing. Keep watching both Terms and Conditions. And of course, the Tea with MT.
You know.
Yay.
See you guys another
Thank you
time.
guys for having me.